Today's topic is Introduction to NumPy. NumPy means numeric Python. So let us see what is this. So NumPy is a Python package which stands for numerical Python or numeric Python. It contains collection of tools and techniques that can be used to solve on a computer mathematical models of a problem in science and engineering. So both NumPy and Pandas are often used together as the Panda library relies heavily on NumPy array for the implementation of Pandas data objects. So in short, NumPy is a core library for scientific computing which contains a powerful n-dimensional array object, provide tool for integrating C, C++, etc. It is also used in linear algebra, random number capabilities. NumPy array can also be used in a efficient multi-dimensional container for a generic data. You remember line that NumPy is used as an efficient multi-dimensional container. Multi-dimensional container means in case of pandas, NumPy is used as a container which stores data in a different format, such as a one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, and the n-dimensional array. In case of one-dimensional array, there is a storage of only list and which contains index from 0 to the n minus 1. In case of two-dimensional arrays, there is a use of rows and columns, and in case of multi-dimensional arrays there are the n dimensions. So let us start with it. So NumPy is a fundamental package needed for scientific computing with Python. It contains a powerful n-dimensional array object. Array means it is a variable which stores multiple values just like a list. Basic linear algebra functions, basic Fourier transform, sophisticated random number capabilities, tools for integrating Fortran code, tools for integrating C and C++ code. So it is just introduction. It is not for your syllabus how to integrate with Fortran and how to integrate with C++ and the C. Then there are some documentations, so you can see for extra knowledge about NumPy, you can visit these sites, official documentation, the NumPy book, and the example list also. So let us see with the program list. Okay, for sorting small amount of one dimensional array. So let us see a is equal to a is a list which contains value 13579, and while printing we are printing a 2:4 means it prints element or value present at location number 2 to the 4. So location number 2 contains 5 and location number 3 contains 7. So 2 means see 1 is at position 0, 3 is at position 1, and 5 is position at 2. Then b contains two things, means two lists are there, and when you print b0 it will print 1 3 5 7 9. So how to print list, how to slice list, we have seen in the last videos. So today we are going to see about NumPy, and when we complete this NumPy our whole syllabus will be completed. So I think it is a teaching last lecture. Afterwards we will see about the revisions. So just today you concentrate on lecture. So print b 1 2 as to 4 means now it will print 6 and 8. Now see, 1 means it contains list of second in b, and in that it is printing 2 to 4 means location number 2 to the location number 4. So but can't use directly the with arithmetic operators plus minus multiplication division, needs efficient arrays with arithmetic and better multidimensional tool. So there is use of a NumPy. So we have seen a simple array how it works. Why to use NumPy? Because we want to perform some arithmetic operations on a multidimensional arrays. In that case there is a use of a NumPy. Similar to list but much more capable except fixed size. So you can see about a, b, c is equal to a plus b, print c. So there is a about little bit theory. So the fundamental library needed for scientific computing and Python is called NumPy. This is an open source library, contains n-dimensional array object, advanced slicing. Slicing means we can print data from one location to the another location. In last slide we have seen about 2:4. It means starting location is a 2 and ending location is a 4. So advanced array slicing method, convenient array reshaping method. So once array is created, we can change shape of that array also. Means vertical array we can make as a horizontal array, and we can change elements also. We will see next in next slides. So and it even contains three libraries with numerical routines, basic linear algebra function, basic Fourier transform, sophisticated random number capabilities, like that. So NumPy can be extended with C code for functions where performance is highly time critical. Next one, creating array. So there are number of ways to initialize new NumPy array. For example, a Python list that we have seen in a first slide, or a tuple. So all of you remember about list, dictionary and tuple. So list is used for, means list contains a square bracket, and in that square bracket we can provide values. Dictionary contains a curly bracket, and in that there is a use of keys and the element. So next one, using functions that are dedicated to generating NumPy arrays, such as a arrange function and a line space function. Reading data from files. So let us see one example. NumPy is a Python C extension, efficient, in memory, contiguous, homogeneous. See how the list is stored. So list is stored with 0 to the 8th position. So these are the position. NumPy is suited to many applications such as image processing. See, so while processing images, in case of internet or in case of computer, there is also you will use about image processing by using NumPy. So signal processing, linear algebra, a plethora of others. So next one, array shape. So you can see the shape. So what is the shape? So whenever you consider about the index or the number of elements, so there are number of elements are 9. But when you think about the index or the memory address, it starts with 0 up till 8. Next one, two-dimensional array have a two tuple. So let us see. Blue line indicate columns and the red line indicate shape. So the shape contains 3, means there are 3 comma 5, means there are 3 rows in a 5 columns. So there will be total elements are 15. So you can count, it will be 15. So let us see what is a memory location. In last slide we have seen the first memory or the first block contains value as a 0, second contain 1. Value means it is a block number or the memory location. Here there are the numbers are given in sequentially, but when you want to access the particular memory location, you will see that the first block has address 0 comma 0. It means 0 row and 0 column. The second element has a value 0 comma 1. It means row 0 and column 1. The third one has a value 0 comma 3, like that. So when you think about the value 13, so 13 contains location 2 comma 3. It means it is present on row number 2 and location column number 3. So there is some theory. So NumPy arrays comprises elements of a single data type. The type object is accessible through dtype attribute. So dtype dot byte order, item size, name, type. So this is about item size means how many elements present. Name means what is the name of that data type, and the type means what is the data type of particular list. Then see about the indexing and slicing. So array 0 colon 2 comma colon means it require all element, and when you think about 2 comma 1 colon implied the end. So we want to end the element. So NumPy array indices can also be take an optional stride. You can see. So colon comma colon 2, and next one is a colon colon 2 colon colon 3. So it is about how to be the slicing will be shown. Then the next one is a colon 2 comma 2 colon 3. So the red portion indicate whatever values you are selected. Next one, universal function. So suppose there are two arrays, numpy arrays A and B. So we can add these two arrays and we can store all value in a C. So you can see 0 plus 0 0. So C is one element contains 0 value. 1 plus 10 means A contains value 1, B contains 10, so it become 11. 2 plus 20 22, 3 plus 30 33, like that. So NumPy adds a new data structure to Python, n-dimensional array homogeneous collection. So the shape of the array and the kind of item arrays composed. So n-dimensional array are rectangular because it contains the shape. The shape of the array is a tuple of n integers, so one for each dimension. Then array item type, every n-dimensional array is a homogeneous collection of exactly the same data type. Evenly items takes up the same size block of memory. Each block of memory in arrays is interpreted in exactly same way. So there are some methods to list and copy. So the contents of self as a nested list returns a copy of array. So means by using to list you can convert that array into list format, and by using copy method you can copy same n-dimensional array into the next one. Then fill is there, so you can fill scalar value. Scalar value means constant value, means in all location you want to store a single value. In that case it is called as a scalar value. Then there are some numpy functions. ABS means absolute, add, addition, binomial, comprod, cumsum, floor, histogram, mean, max, multiply, polyfit, randint, shuffle, and transpose. From that we have only limited functions. You can see these functions in your textbook. Next one, creating vector. So see two arrays are there, A and B, and we have added into the C, and when you print about the C it will display the value. And when you see about C dot shape, so it will show the value as a 5 because we have added all 5 elements into the C. So it is called as a vector one. Next one, creating matrices or a multidimensional array. So see, L is equal to, it is a list. So it contains 3 rows. First row contains 1 2 3, second contains 3 6 9, next one contains 2 4 6. And when you create its numpy, so see how to create numpy. Numpy dot array L. So L is a list we have created first. Now we have created array using that list and it is called as a. And when you are going to print it, it will print 1 2 3 3 6 9 2 4 6. And when you click on a dot shape, or when you type a dot shape, it will display 3 comma 3, means it is a 3-dimensional array, 3 into 3. So total there are 9 elements. So when you print about a dot d type, it will print the data type of that numpy array. Or you can m dot shape, so you can show as a 2 comma 2. And so there are 2 examples are given how to create matrices, how to get its dimension, and how to get its type. One more is there, m00 hello. So it will shows error because we have provided already values. So here numpy array 1 2 3 4 1 plus 0j, so it will show the value. So next one, matrices use. So you can see same example. So here we have print a0. So you can see, just revise, see here we have used a0. A0 means we want first row, and our first row contains value 1 2 3. When you are going to print a 1 comma 2, now see we have provided 2 dimensions, so we want second row and the third column, so it contains value 9. Next one, 1 comma 1 colon 3. 1 means it is a row number, so in one row I want element from 1 to the 3. So 1th position it contains 6, and at a second position it contains 9. Next one is a So 1 means it contains 2, 6, 4. Then a 1 comma 2 is equal to 7. Now we can providing value at row number 1 means second row, and the column number 2 means column number 3. So we have replaced that value with 7. Firstly it was a 9. Now we have provided value as a 7. You can see this line. See here. See here. So when you print about a, it will print 1 2 3 3 6 7 2 4 6 like that. Next one, a colon comma 0 means we are providing all values. So next one, generation functions. So x is equal to arrange 0 comma 1. So we have seen in a for loop also. So we are using range function. So there is use of a arrange function. So see argument start stop step. So we have displayed table of 2. In that we have written 0 comma 11 comma 1. 0 indicates start position, second indicate the end position, and the last indicate the step. So when you like this, it will create an array from element 0 to the 9. Next one, line space. So in case of line space also you can create 0 comma 10 comma 25. So attributes are same. So it will take numbers from 0 to 10, and in between 0 and 10 it will create 25 numbers. So when you count, so there are total 25 numbers. So just like a random function, it will create numbers from 0 to 10, and we want number of elements are 25. Next one, creating arrays. So you can see simply numpy dot diagonal matrix 1 2 3. So all of you know about the matrix and the its diagonal. Now see, by using diagonal function you can provide values for diagonally 1 2 3. So when you arrange this, you will see 1 2 and 3 are placed at the diagonal. Next one, numpy dot zeros 5. It means now you want to create array with value 0 and there are total elements are 5. So it will create numpy array with 0 as value in a 5 position. Next one, n is equal to 1000. Then numpy dot 0. Then next one is a numpy dot 1 is 3 comma 3. See, it is very simple. 3 means we want 3 row, and next 3 means we want 3 column, and at each position we want value as a 1 because we have return method dot ones, and when you display the C, it will shows 1 1 1 1 1 at the up to the 9th position. Next one, numpy dot arrange 5. So it will take value from 0 to 4. D1 is equal to 9.7. Now you can change the value. Like that there are various things are given. Next one, creating array, numpy dot random dot rand function is there which contains value 3 comma 3. So in that case we don't have a control on the numbers because we are using random function. So it will take number randomly. Next one, numpy nd array. Nd means n dimensional. So numpy's main object is to homogeneous multi-dimensional array called a n dimensional array. Homogeneous means which contains a single type values, and multi-dimensional means it contains number of rows and number of columns. So this is a table of element of all the same type indexing by the tuple of positive integer. Typical examples of multidimensional array include vectors, matrices, images, and the spreadsheet. So dimensions usually called axis. Number of axis is an rank. So there are some functions or the attributes. Ndim means n dimensional. Dimension means axis. Shape means it will show the shape of that array. Size means it will show number of elements. D type means it will shows what type of data we have stored. So just recall about the D type. D types are integer means whole number, fractional or the decimal means the fractional number or the float number, and there are the objects normally. Then item size means which will shows what is the item size of such as a float 64, integer 8 like that, and the nd array dot data which shows the actual data of that particular array. Next one, array creation using and use. So np dot array 1 2 3 4, y is equal to x is a y, true, because we are comparing that. Now we have provided value for x is a 1 2 3 4, and we have assigned x value into the y, means both arrays are same, that's why it will show the answer true. Next one, id x comma id y, so it will show the value at the position of x and y. So x0 is equal to 9, so we have assigned first value as a 9, so it will get 1 is converted into 9. So you can see that x0 is equal to 1 x colon, so x is z, no, like that. So you can see there are various examples such as a copy function, so you can copy one np array into the another also. Then the creation and use, so see here there is a create arrange function 4 comma 0, and we have written b is equal to a into 23.4, c is equal to b by or b upon a plus 1, c plus is equal to 10, print c. So we have provided now linear equation, or we can call as a we have provided expressions, and with that expressions we have taken the value at last when we print about the c. Next one, arrange 100 to 200, select 525, means the elements are given, and when you print about this element, so it will print the value at the location 5, 25, 50, 75 and the minus 5. Minus 5 means right hand side to the 5. Next one, numpy dot arrange 10, 20. So there is a comparison operations, and when you print this, it will show the following output. Then there is a interesting is there reshape. Reshape means first we have arrange value 10 to 20, and then we have arranged 2 comma 5. 2 comma 5 means we want 2 row and the 5 columns. Then the numpy methods, sum is there, mean is there, standard means standard deviation is there, max is there, means it will find out max number from a given list, mean is there, all is there, divisible by 3 dot all means it checks that all elements are divisible by 3. So it shows false value because not all elements are divisible by 3. Then divisible by 3 any. So from a given list, if any element is divisible by 3, it will show the answer as a true. Then a divisible by 3 comma sum means its sum is a divisible by 3. Yes, it will show value 3. Divisible by 3 non-zero, so it will show the position of that array. Then comes to the sorting. So in 11th class we have seen how to sort it. So there is a function as a sort. In list we have seen same method is there. So see here, so element is created x, element created x, then we have written sort it and convert it into numpy. Sorting means it will arrange elements in the form of ascending to the descending order, and when you print it, it will shows in a proper format. Then arg sort means argument sort. So here also you can sort the argument on the basis of given array. Then the next one, array function. So sum is there, sum array is there. So it will add all elements or it will add the sum of that particular things. Thank you.